Hold up, hold up. I really feel like we need to have like some really sad music, like some lost puppy music going right now. I don't know why. It's got some sad eyes going on, Joe. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Just a sleepy boy.
Very tired.
That was the quickest 5 seconds of Joe ever to start off the show.
Hey,
what's up, boys?
What's up, man? I'd call
What
it
up?
efficient though. I don't know if I'd call it quick. I'd say efficient. It's a better word. Makes you feel better over here. Right in the heart.
I'm tired, boys. It's
Same.
fact. Fact.
Back to life.
Grind don't stop.
Also fact. What day are you on? Workout day.
2:07. See, I had to think about it.
That's good. I mean, you're losing track of the days. They're just kind of. I mean, I see that as a good problem.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
Proud of you though, man. I mentioned in text or a Snapchat or text between just the two of us, but a noticeable difference, I will say, from a year ago to now. I'm proud of you.
Folio. Papa Folio. Well, we got a lot.
This summer, Jimmy's gonna be bigger than the ocean, hotter than the sand. Let's go.
Ooh, that thing gets hot.
That's what I'm saying.
Woo. I'm gonna be doing the podcast shirtless.
Hey, if I look that good, tell my wife all the time. Every time we watch wrestling, those guys aren't wearing shirts anywhere. I don't blame them.
They're wearing spandex.
I would dress the exact same way everywhere I went if I looked like any of those human beings.
That's fair.
I would
If
never wear a shirt.
you had a 25-pack like Finn Balor.
Yeah. If I looked like if my body was like Finn Balor, you would literally never see me in a shirt. I'd be so proud of myself.
Never too early for the first one. Emphasis on the I.
Never. I'm not even live on TikTok. Should probably do that.
I mean, it is what it is.
I'd be burning the hell out of myself if I ever thought about that even.
We got a little, kind of some. We got stuff to talk about.
There's some stuff out there.
There's some stuff. But since we're so bad at introductions, I'm James. That's Jimothy, and there's Joe. In a straight line, whichever direction is on your screen. I don't know. I don't want to point.
Okay, whichever line direction you prefer. We're not going to assume.
Yeah,
that's Jimmy.
It's definitely me, Jimothy, then Joe. And
if you say Jimmy in the comments, you're right 2 out of 3 times.
Correct. Jimmy, Joe.
Jimmy's wearing black.
Touche. Joe's in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's always in blue.
And Jimmy is also a loop with hot takes.
Blue da boo dee da boo die da boo dee da boo die.
Oh God, we're done. All right. So some sports happened. Nothing in football really, because this is the worst time of the year for football. We're kind of in that dead period.
It'll pick up in about 2 weeks.
Maybe.
The biggest live on TikTok.
Oh, the free agency period, you're right.
Post June cut. Now veteran players don't count against the compensatory picks. So more of those guys will get signed, likely. Anyways, don't actually know it for a fact, but
that starts mid-June.
June 1st.
What do you mean?
The free agency period thing.
The no longer counting for compensatory picks started last Friday, I think, or it starts this Friday. I don't remember on that. But then the post June one against the cap issues. So that's the Dalvin Cook one that's rumored to be out there.
That's also when officially Ezekiel Elliott will be cut officially.
Right. Yeah. The post June one, it's whatever,
Saves a lot of money if you cut your high paid players there.
Yeah, things are going to happen, but it's not going to be much to really talk about.
Speaking of Zeke, since I brought it up, so there's 4 teams that are kind of out there for where he's going to end up. I don't know if you guys have heard them. It's the Browns, the Chargers, the Buccaneers, and back to Dallas for less money.
He's back to Dallas.
I originally said he would go to Tampa when they first announced he was cut, but I am starting to lean back to he's going to come back to Dallas. He says he wanted number 15. Well, Gilmore has 21 now, so I think it's all signs pointing back to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Which I wouldn't be mad at that. He wouldn't be the starter anymore.
The expectations would be clearly set with him coming back as far as his price tag and with him being the backup guy. I think it'd be a great role for him. With him understanding that is the role he's in.
And the locker room guy. He's a good locker room guy. And sometimes you need that. You need that guy.
Absolutely.
You need the hype.
He's good for that roster, especially if they can get him at a discounted price, which even at that point, they're going to offer more than Tampa would offer. I think Tampa's kind of in cap hell right now. The Chargers I could see with the new change in offense, and isn't Kellen Moore now their OC?
Yeah.
I could see that one if Austin Eckler is actually dealt, but I don't see Austin getting dealt, so he's too valuable to that team.
Isn't Hunt's a free agent, so the Browns make a lot of sense too as a backup to Chubb. I mean, it's like
I mean, would you? It's just an old running back, just like Hunt was. I don't know that really helps at all. If I were them, I would get somebody younger that can more scat back.
Yeah, even bringing Zeke in, the Buccaneers would have to clear up space. They've only got 1.7 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, stuff would still have to fall.
There's only one team in worse position than them right now, and that's the Bills. But they're in a totally different position.
The veteran's minimum, I believe, is like 700,000, 800,000.
Yeah, but also only like your top 49 count against the cap or something like that. There's a whole lot of cap.
Yeah, weird stuff. We'll leave.
Actually, I'm sorry. They have negative 20 million. My bad.
Yeah, we'll leave it to the smart people. But also, I'm going to go ahead and say the Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl next year because they signed Ben DiNucci. Gucci. How's it feel getting sloppy seconds, guys?
Did you see the shot that I guess Sean Payton took in the press conference?
When he threw an interception?
Yeah. He actually said that to him too, which is absolutely legendary.
That's because he knows by like week 4, DiNucci's in. Wilson's getting dealt. He's getting traded.
Hey,
DiNucci over Wilson all day long.
I guess you heard it here first.
You literally cannot move Russell Wilson until next year's post-June 1. You literally cannot.
Oh, well, that's fine. They can move him to the bench and still pay him because they'll win more games with DiNucci.
They'd win more games with Stidham than they would with DiNucci.
They gave Stidham some money too.
They did.
They didn't just bring in some dude for some low pay. They handed him a pretty hefty check.
It's all Gucci with DiNucci.
Yep, he's a good camp arm.
He's gonna be QB1 by week 5.
If both people are hurt, maybe.
He's gonna have more touchdowns thrown than Russell Wilson bathrooms.
Hey, if he plays a couple games, I bet you he will throw more touchdowns than he has bathrooms.
Absolutely.
How many bathrooms do you think DiNucci has? 2?
I mean,
3.
I'm guessing he's living in like a
3.5. I feel like he's got just a toilet. Bathroom.
Yeah, downstairs or like in a man cave or something.
Yeah, just a toilet, not a shower. So 3.5.
Just a toilet and a mirror in a closet.
Over under 3.5 bathrooms. What are we talking here?
I would say it's got to be close to 3. I mean, the guy's probably living in. He's living in a nice house. I mean, he's not living in slums, but
is he living in a house or does he have an apartment?
Does he have a condo? Might have a condo.
Because I know Singleton had an apartment last year.
I
Well, I was kind of going for like wherever his home base would be, you know.
Yeah.
I assume he's gonna live in Denver. So.
Right, but I doubt he buys a house in Denver.
Oh nah.
That's kind of where I was going at.
Pretty sure his home's in Dallas.
Right. His house in Dallas is what I meant.
3.5. I'm gonna say he's 3.5.
Would you say right now would you go over on a 3.5 touchdown bet on the season on Ben DiNucci? Right now. Would you do it?
I would not.
Just curious.
I would not.
No, because I can't bet here in Florida.
Fair. I get it. That's fair.
If you were in Iowa still.
There's no way I would take that bet. There's no way I would never bet because I am in Florida and it's illegal. No hypotheticals here. I would not take that bet.
I could take the bet if I wanted to, but I definitely would not take that bet either.
I would not touch it.
3.5 isn't a lot, especially if there's like
it's 2 games.
Yeah, but if there's a couple games where the Broncos are either down or winning by a lot,
that's assuming he's the number 2.
If his over under was 1.5 games played, I'd take the under.
I wouldn't take anything because I can't bet.
Yep.
I just want a quick little. I don't know why it just got really quiet in my headphones, but quick little thing. I was just looking at the cap space again real quick. There's only one team that actually has positive cap space for their entire team, not just the top 51, but for their entire team. It's the Chicago Bears. They have $4 million left.
Yeah, they have a lot actually. But in the
top
first
51,
quarter,
they still have 32 million. But
Celtics 30, Heat 28.
Did it get really quiet for either of you two?
No, not really.
Just me. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Anything else in the NFL? I don't think so.
Yeah. Not that I know of.
Quick last second football stuff. XFL, the Renegades won. Yay, good for them. Bob Stoops was the coach. I don't even know any other player on the Renegades.
I saw a picture on Facebook earlier that said it was their logo and the Cowboys logo, and it said, "Look here, I'm the captain now." He gave me a good chuckle.
The only thing the Renegades and Dallas have in common is they're Arlington. They play in Arlington.
Yeah, and they are champions, and Dallas is not.
Yeah, well, 5's greater than 1. Anywho,
math.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, we're not playing golf here. Let's talk about some hockey. I know we talked about last week. We don't really. Both our teams were out in the first round. Our teams suck. We suck. Hockey sucks, right?
Until further notice, yes.
Until next season, when the Lightning and the Avalanche are back in the playoffs. Got Panthers and Hurricanes, and the Stars and the Golden Knights. And I just, as you guys are Avalanche fans, I want to know how you feel about an expansion team eliminating your team to get then eliminated by the younger expansion team. So you got eliminated by the 2 youngest teams, essentially. How does that make you feel?
Fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything.
You're not crying
anymore.
I have allergies. Okay.
Oh. So we want to pick some hockey games. We didn't pick any in the last round. We want to pick some for the finals, the conference finals.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Quick tidbit. Florida Panthers have never won the Stanley Cup.
Nice.
Throwing that out there before we make our picks here.
Okay. That doesn't matter, but it's fine. Have the other 3?
The Golden Knights have, I believe. Right?
They did recently, right? 19.
I don't
they
know
won
about
their
the Stars.
exception year, didn't they? Did they win their first year or the second year?
I'm pretty sure. I don't actually know.
Like they won their inaugural season, I believe. The Knights did, or at least the second one.
Dallas Stars won in the 98-99 season.
Mm-hmm. I know the Hurricanes have won.
And so, yeah, all three have won outside of the Panthers.
Well, put Joe's money on the Panthers because I can't bet.
I've watched a couple games recently. I haven't been watching a lot of hockey because obviously the Avalanche are out, and I'm still pretty butthurt about that. But I've been hopping on this Panthers bandwagon. I'd love to see them get a one in that column. Why not? And they're on the East as well.
They're also the hottest team right now, I think. Well, them and the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes and Panthers should do the finals.
If that was possible, that would be a great finals.
But
I'm with the Hurricanes, so that's where
that's your bandwagon.
That's
my gut telling me.
My bandwagon, I think, is going to be the Panthers, but I'm kind of sad because I'm torn because Carolina is the hometown team, and the Panthers are the first team to draft me in NHL 19. So I have a soft spot for both.
I mean, you got to go with the team that drafted you.
Yeah, so I think I'm going Panthers. I'm gonna take the Panthers in 6 over the Hurricanes.
Game one is game one on right now?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay, that does say tomorrow. My bad.
I think we're in this weird. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think we're in time since we're both in NBA and NHL are in their conference finals. I don't think they're going to be played on the same days. I could be wrong, but I feel like
now we've got Thursday and Friday for game ones for hockey.
Well, I feel like they're the game 2 of the Nuggets Lakers, which we'll talk about later, is probably on Friday or even tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow.
So I'm already proven wrong. But yeah, give me the Panthers in 6 over the Hurricanes, which would be the longest series that they've been a part. Oh no, I lied because they went 4 straight against the Bruins to make it out of 7-game series.
We're every other game here in the Western Conference Finals, every other day.
Except for after the 2 home games.
Mm-hmm. No, we've got tomorrow. We've got Thursday, Saturday, Monday for the next 3 games.
For the Lakers Nuggets?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's just every other day right now. I don't know after that. I'm assuming it would just be every other day still.
Maybe because they're a closer travel. Because Miami to Boston that's not a short trip.
No, I mean, Denver to LA is a 2-hour plane ride.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 3. I mean, it's a little further than it appears, but
because we're stupid, we're talking NBA during the NHL. But whatever. If it's something, it's in the name. It's in the name.
Sign up for this.
Joe's taking a power nap with his eyes open.
Facts, dude. I'm beat.
All right, so who you guys got?
That's
Panthers,
the Mojo Jojo
Hurricane.
Shit. I got Canes in 6.
Give me the Panthers in 7.
Ooh, okay. Spicy.
Are you writing these down, by the way, or do you want me to?
Yes.
Cool.
I have nothing. I don't know what to do with my hands.
What'd you say, Jimmy? 6?
6. 6, 7, 6. But Joe took the Canes. And then we got Knights and Stars. I'm taking the Knights, and I'll go 7 there.
I'm gonna go with the Stars. Just the way they play is just it's a dominating defense type of play style, very hard hitting. They always seem to have just way bigger players than everybody else do. It doesn't make sense. I really like like I said earlier in the different podcast. I love watching the Stars play unless they play the Avalanche. So I think I'm gonna hook onto the Stars here on the West.
How many did you say?
I'm gonna go. Let's go 6. Let's go Stars in 6.
And James, who did you pick?
I took the Knights in 7. But don't hold me to that. I might change my pick by the end of the pod, but you'll see when we get there.
Nothing's set in stone until we hit end.
I have a blind side that could affect my answer.
I have Stars in 7.
Giggity. All right, and that was talking hockey.
Good hockey talk, guys. Big hockey show. Big hockey show.
I love hockey, but I'm
almost as big as baseball. Which, by the way, I don't have the updated standings on our teams, but I will for sure have those next week. And that was talking baseball.
Baseball sucks.
Baseball sucks.
As
Baseball sucks. Baseball sucks. We got one.
Sucks.
Nope. We got one.
Me and Joe got 2, so you suck.
Oh.
Jimmy sucks.
It's frozen. Jimmy's frozen. Jimmy's frozen. He be froze. He froze. He froze.
This is a Wendy's.
He frozen. There. I see him looking at things. Oh.
If he freeze like that.
Are we back, baby?
Welcome back, Jimmy.
Am I back? Let's go.
Are you?
I can hear you guys the entire time. Nothing was affected on my end, but I could see it on like the YouTube that's on my phone that's doing the TikTok thing.
Mm-hmm. Hell.
Big emphasis on the eye show, though, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so before we jump into the conference finals, you wanna talk about the last round? Actually, there's some other NBA talk. Ja Morant's an idiot. Is that fair?
Dude, it's as if Ja Morant thought the problem with his last situation was that it was still during the season.
See, the funny thing is, it's not that he has a gun, and it wasn't even his live. It was his buddy's live. Like he's not with the right people, honestly. But
the fact of him pulling the gun out makes a really, really bad name for responsible gun owners out there.
Best shooter in the league. Move over, Steph Curry. Pow pow.
Is it actually his buddy's live? Because it's like his name is in the thing. Or is it a burner account that he has?
It could be. Maybe his buddy is.
I know his buddy. His buddy was the one that went live. I don't know whose account it was. I know it was his buddy that went live though.
And then panned over to Ja.
Right.
Yeah. But,
great friends.
He's being dumb. That's for sure. I want to talk about brighter news though.
Let's talk about brighter news. I agree.
Okay, let's start with this. I saw
one
comment on Ja, but it's worth it. They showed a picture of Ja in a Miami Heat uniform and said, "Could the Heat culture fix Ja?" The top comment was, "Sure, Miami's open carry."
I mean,
does that count as brighter news?
Yes,
kinda actually.
But I doubt you guys know much about prospects for NBA. Do you know
Wembanyama?
Yeah, like
that's it.
Dude, people have been talking about it for like a decade.
Ronnie?
Yeah.
No, Wembanyama.
Oh.
He's this kid from France, and people have been talking about him for like a decade. It's insane.
It was rigged for the Spurs.
He's like fucking 7 foot something, and he's weird.
He's a twig though. He's really tiny.
How crazy would it be to watch your team win 17 NBA games and get the 5th pick?
The lottery, baby. You can't suck for luck.
Second highest odds of getting the first pick, and they end up with pick 5.
It's still rigged anyway.
It is the beauty of the lottery, though.
It's rigged anyways. It was rigged for the Spurs to get Wembanyama. Boris Diaw was the coach of him in France. Former Spur. Popovich. Come on. The Spurs and foreign players. Sense. Come on. Tony Parker, Manu. Like, rigged. But I feel like it's a great situation for him.
Big Post picked with the number 1.
Their last 2 number 1 picks was Tim Duncan and
Spurs
Robinson.
about to be quietly another dynasty over the next 15, 20 years.
5 more rings in the next 20 years for the Spurs.
Just very quietly, just have another dynasty real quick.
Yeah, just real quick. Dang it. I don't want to go back to negative news, but we got to at least kind of touch on the firings, right? Doc was fired, Monty Williams was fired, and Budenholzer was fired.
They all deserved it.
Let
No,
go.
Just kidding.
Mutually separated. Not fired. Positive vibes only.
Doc Rivers' record in Game 7s is absolutely horrendous. So that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, Jimmy, do you have something to say about Joel Embiid's conference?
Oh yeah, he gave up on his team. It's abysmal. It was abysmal to watch as a fan of. I mean, I'm not a huge NBA fan, but I do like watching NBA games. And it was really, really sad to watch a player give up on their team in the fourth quarter. But Embiid needs to. He completely fell off in the playoffs. He had some good games, but overall, he fell off when it came time to the playoffs, and that's not an MVP. That man should not have won MVP. I'm sticking to that forever. He deserved to get votes. He's a phenomenal player, but not my MVP.
The most lasted MVP of all time?
I would agree with that. I'd have to go look at all the MVPs in the NBA, but I'd be willing to bet without looking at them all that he probably is the softest MVP of all time.
Lasted.
Facts. You're right. I apologize.
Yeah, James Harden didn't help it at all either.
7 points?
Single digits, 9 points. Single digit points in
9
Game
points.
7.
So between the two of them, they combined for 22 points.
Yeah, abysmal.
Not good.
And then them
below not good.
Them saying they needed more people. I don't know about that.
Hey,
maybe you guys just needed to play better.
I got it. Next season, starting 5. We got James Harden. Got Jimmy Hot Takes, Jimmy the Loop Sports, and Bad Mojo JoJo, and Joel Embiid. That's a ring. That's a ring right there.
Easy money.
We don't need the other 8 players. That's it.
All right, who's going? What's Harden playing? What's Harden playing first of all? Is he the one?
Yeah. He's got to be the one.
So where are we at? 2, 3, 4. Where are we at?
Is Joe the one? Am I the one?
Who's the one? I'm not the one. You don't want me being the one.
I'm not the 2.
You don't want me being the 2 either.
I think I have to be the 1 then. I'll be point. That's fine. I can run point.
Well, see, the problem here is you're thinking about offensively. Offensively, Harden's bringing the ball up the floor. but is he the 1? No, he's 6'5". Are any of us 6'5"?
No.
He's the 4. He's just bringing the ball up the floor.
Not yet. Still growing.
Okay.
We're still growing over here.
So
he's Giannising it.
Okay.
So he's basically like one of us is standing in one corner, the other standing in the other corner, the other one can go fuck themselves somewhere else.
Hey, I can annoy the heck out of somebody. I'll probably foul out in the second quarter.
That's what I was saying when you said we don't need the other 8 guys. I was like, yeah, we do, because you're going to be fouled out in the first quarter.
We did at least one more guy.
No, because I'm taking out that starter with me, so you guys can handle the 4-on-5.
Oh,
if I'm fouling out, he's coming with me.
Okay.
Let's just say.
All right, but we're acting like this backup coming in is just no good.
I will say, if it's LeBron you're going after, you're probably right.
Maybe LeBron fouls out guarding me.
Hey, Jimmy's got them high elbows. You never know, man.
Hey, all I know is the moment if they pass it to me, that ball's going up. I don't care where I'm at. I could be on our free throw line.
There could be 3 dudes hovering over you. That ball's going up.
It's going up. It ain't going in, but it's going up.
Hey,
Embiid, you better be under that rim.
I'm telling you, it's going in the back. Like, I will score before I foul out.
No, you won't.
I will score before.
you won't.
One free throw.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
I believe in Jimmy to get a free throw.
I
think Jimmy could get himself to the line.
I think he's fouling out before that happens.
Nah.
I have seen this man play defense. He's fouling out before it happens.
Nah, I won't. Okay, fine.
What do you just walk up to? What do you just go walk up to Bron and just punch him in the stomach?
I won't play defense until I shoot a free throw.
Hey, it's not a bad tactic, actually. I mean, you just walk up to the guy, punch him in the stomach, try to get him to retaliate and get thrown out of the game. Not a bad tactic. If you're one of us three, it's not a bad move.
You take the flagrant one, they get ejected.
Blasphemy.
I will not foul out until I shoot a free throw. I will purposely not play defense. I'll just stand there. I'll set screens on our players.
I think
if they didn't cover me in the corner, I could shoot 10 shots and I might make one unguarded.
See, that's the thing. Is they would not even guard us.
We're not going to be guarded. So
no.
I'm getting a basket. They're not going to guard us until we make that basket.
All right, but who are they putting 2 and who are they putting 3 on? Are they putting 2 on Harden or 2 on Embiid?
They're putting 2 on Harden
for sure,
and 3 on Embiid.
They're bringing 3 of the biggest dudes they could find.
Plus, everyone in the NBA is like giants, so they can close out on us in like half a second.
2 steps. Because our release, like we're not jumping and releasing like an NBA player. Like our shots are not quick, probably.
I promise you, the shot I make is I'm doing the Steph Curry. I'm gonna shoot and turn and just go back up the other way.
Do it 15 times. Just hoping one of them falls.
See, he's saying he's gonna do the Steph Curry. He's gonna do the Swaggy P.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. Or I'm gonna do the 2K maneuver when you score 100 points. When they shoot, just cherry pick, just take off.
What's the over under on number of off the easy attempts?
7.
I'm taking the over. I got 5 in me myself.
Over or under 3 fouls in the first 5 minutes.
Way over. Way the fuck over.
Oh, I think I can survive the first 5 minutes.
Are we playing no blood, no foul? Because that's the only way Jimmy's actually playing more than 5 minutes.
They might give us extra or better, like safer rules.
I don't know, man. If I go try to take a layup and Bron just hard fouls me, I don't know if I'm going for another layup. You know,
I promise you, I would.
I'm double handing the ball like it's a football from the 3-point line. I'm lowering a shoulder.
Absolutely.
He's traveling. I mean, the way you guys are talking, you guys might get ejected before I do.
Oh, I'm definitely getting ejected. I'm not getting fouled out.
I'm not fouling out. I'm getting ejected.
You're going to leave the game before me.
That's not debatable. I didn't say that.
All right, who's dropping gloves at the tip-off?
Me.
Joe.
What? Who's got gloves?
Fucking pull gloves out
of
my back pocket. Let's go.
Joe shows up with hockey gloves on.
Let's go.
Joe's going to the tip-off, punches him in the stomach, drops the gloves, gets the tip-off.
Joe's lining up. Yeah, exactly. Joe's lining up for the tip for sure.
Go up for the tip. A little nut tap as they jump up.
Cup check. You can't eject me. I said cup check. It was a medical thing.
Joe shows up in like complete and total hockey gear, pads all the way down.
Gates.
The clock hasn't even started, and I'm ejected. That's probably accurate.
He's got a hockey stick.
Wait, hockey stick. He didn't say penalty box. I thought that was like a 5-minute major or something.
Now, I'm getting knocked out. I'm getting carried off the floor.
Hey, but you're connecting one punch, though. I believe in you.
Oh, I'm not connecting a punch. I'm just giving a nut tap.
And then running.
Joe starting the fight and then getting finished.
No, I see it. Joe nut tapping and then immediately just turning around, dead sprint to the locker room.
I took this off way too early.
Yeah, you did.
Boys, remember
Good talk.
said this was said this was going to be a short one.
Small Tough Club.
We weren't talking about the length of the pod.
Oh. Valid.
That was always assumed, though. We just never had to say it. Glad we put it out there, though.
All right, so conference finals. We had game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, Lakers and Nuggets. We kind of briefly talked about this off air. We all made our picks. I think we all picked 6 games, but I went Lakers. You guys went Nuggets. I believe that's the correct scenario that we all went with 6 games.
I think so. I don't know. It's in the group chat somewhere.
Yeah, we all went 6 games on the Nuggets, but you went Lakers, Jimmy. Correct.
I don't feel any different, honestly.
I don't remember who you guys had for the East, though.
I think you guys had Celtics. I had Heat.
I had Celtics in 7.
And what was yours? Heat in 6 or 7? Okay.
6. But also I just want to throw out that I have not gotten a series wrong yet this playoff.
That's fine.
Playoff Jimmy
Till now.
is here.
First for everything.
Yeah, the Lakers will probably lose because the Heat, the Heat are going to the finals.
I don't know. They're down 10 right now.
It's fine. The Heat have been down
that game was on
16-17 in the fourth quarter and still won. Like, it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, this is a much better team.
Nah, they're trash. Tatum's junk. Couldn't even get MVP.
They just beat the Knicks.
Smart couldn't play defense to save his life.
Yeah, Smart's
Brown,
terrible at defense.
Was he work for UPS?
He might as well be like just purple instead of brown.
What can Brown do for you? Nothing.
Exactly. Nothing. Nothing.
Well, all I'll say about the game
Garbage
that's going on
franchise.
right now is Williams is absolutely brutalizing Bam.
Dude, the Celtics are a poverty franchise. How could you even say that? Not even like they have rings.
When's the last time they won a ring? 2009? Like, grow up.
Well, they have like 18 of them.
17, I'm pretty sure.
17?
But let's be real. If the NBA is rigged, it's Lakers, Celtics, battle for 18. Like,
yep.
100%.
But I just want to throw this out there. The bubble wasn't real basketball, and yet we have the same exact conference final from the bubble.
It was real basketball. It just wasn't real NBA basketball.
Yeah, it was real NBA basketball.
It wasn't. It was glorified rec league.
Maybe this is what Jamal Murray needed, though. He needed these 4 same teams. He needed to be the conference finals to kind of come out of his shell a little bit.
Maybe before
everything's had to line up just right.
You see the movie Bubble Boy? That's Jamal Murray before games. He puts himself in the bubble and he's running around his own house and he's getting prepared for these games. Trying to unleash.
Do you think Coach Malone's just in the locker room like, hey, we're in a dome. We're in a stadium, roof over top. It's a bubble. Come on, man. But Jamal Murray did show up last night, and he played like a number 2 would on a championship team. Not going to sit here and say that Jamal Murray evolved overnight into a number 2. Can that take place throughout this 7-game series? Maybe. Maybe he finds what he needs to find throughout this series for that to take place. But if we're going to win this series and move forward, he's going to need to play like he did last night consistently through however many games it takes. I think it's going to be 6, but however many games it takes, he needs to be the number 2 every night.
Number 2s usually should be the number 2.
For the most part. I mean,
you would think. Sometimes you can have that one game where the other guy goes off.
Right. MPJ steps up. There could be a game, but he needs to be that presence for the most part.
Your number 2 needs to take over when your number 1 is iced. I don't think Murray's capable of taking over for Jokic and winning a game.
I don't think Jokic is capable of getting iced.
Everybody is.
No, he is. He had a slow beginning to the second half last night.
Yeah.
And it's really, or fourth quarter, not really the second half.
Yeah,
but.
No, he had like an amazing first 3 quarters, and it's like nothing. I don't think he scored in the fourth, but he only shot, I think, 3 times.
I think the biggest problem, why that happened, what I noticed, what I think happened, I think Aaron Gordon, because we've been running an 8-man. The Nuggets have been running an 8-man rotation.
No, 9-man rotation. You're part of the team. Don't.
Fact, you're right. You're right. But they've been running truly an 8-man rotation. I'm kind of more of just a hype guy, you know. But Aaron Gordon's on the floor a lot. He's almost on the floor for the most of the game. And I think he got tired. And when he got tired, he started planting himself kind of more under the rim. Wasn't moving around a lot. You saw Aaron Gordon the first 3 quarters behind the 3-point line, moving around, occasionally under the rim. But off the ball movement was key. And that kept Anthony Davis away from the basket. Anthony Davis almost locked on Aaron Gordon all game. And it kept him away from the basket, and it opened everything up. Not just Jokic, but everything was open at that point. In the fourth quarter, Aaron Gordon started planning, Anthony Davis started planning, and they started playing much better defense because they had help. No matter what happened, they had help under the basket because Aaron Gordon was just standing there. Just kind of waiting for a lob or waiting for a rebound. And I think that's truly was the biggest problem in the fourth quarter as far as offensively for the Nuggets. Defensively, they got soft. They backed away. I think they felt way too comfortable with the lead that they had, and especially in the playoffs, no lead is safe. But they kind of backed away, and they allowed the Nuggets to shoot 76%, or the Lakers to shoot 76% down the stretch. And Reeves was just open wherever. I think he made 4 threes in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game.
What do they call him? Country Kobe or something like that?
Hillbilly Kobe.
Hillbilly Kobe. Close enough.
Pretty sure. I don't. This is completely side topic. I thought of what the Nuggets need to do to get over the hump. They need to trade Michael Porter Jr. and whatever it takes to get Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler would be huge on the Nuggets.
Jimmy Butler as the number 2 to Jokic would be
that 2-man game. 3-man game. You thought Murray's still there.
Yeah, just have Murray play the 3.
I decline that trade. 100 times out of 100.
As the 9th man, you have this option to decline.
As the 10th man, I have the option to veto his decline.
I will trade Joe to be your number 2.
I also veto your decline.
See?
So you're overruled.
I'm trading Joe, though.
I'll take Joe.
To be your number 2. You can have Joe. Joe can be your honorary Nuggets fan.
But I think there'd be a potential work for a trade there as far as MPJ and Jimmy. It might take like a first and
I don't think Jimmy's going
player.
Anywhere.
I don't think he is either, and I don't want him to. I was just saying, like, that actually seems like a fairly reasonable trade because MPJ has the potential to be like something really good, but the Nuggets.
There's so much evidence of it too.
The Nuggets need to push through right now. You can't wait on potential.
The hard part about that as a Nuggets fan and watching last night's game and kind of this playoffs and MPJ maturing a little bit. He hasn't come into himself completely, but he's definitely taken a step forward, I think, in this playoffs in the last couple series. Last night especially, he was really, really crucial down the stretch in making sure we came away with that win. There was a ball on the ground that MPJ just dove on top of about 5 minutes to go or so, and didn't end up being a jump ball. Was able to get it out to KCP and ended up being a throw down the court to Murray and a lob to AG for a beautiful alley-oop. Crowd erupted. It was awesome. But MPJ, he was really crucial last night. I'm really happy to see him take kind of a little step forward. I want to see more, of course, but it's good to see him get a little bit more consistent and have a little bit more confidence out there.
Mm-hmm.
Lakers in 6.
Nah, you're wrong.
That was a feel out game.
They gave their best punch, as they always do on the road. They gave their best punch.
No, Lakers in 6. Lakers win game 2. Games 3 and 4.
Didn't you say something about LeBron winning the first game of a series during that game in the group chat?
Yeah, I said if LeBron wins, that the series is basically over.
Yeah, I said if LeBron wins Game 1, his series is over. But he's known for not winning Game 1,
except for this playoff. Or that's the hard part with the Lakers. Game 1s haven't been good for them, but their first game on the road has been their best game of series. And that's why, like, I think they gave their best punch last night. They gave everything they had, and it wasn't enough.
Lakers in 6.
Nuggets in 4.
No,
I'm staying 6. I'm staying
6. Lakers win Game 2, and most likely 3 and 4 at home.
Side note: Nuggets are undefeated this postseason at home. Just throwing that out there. I'm not saying anything about Game 2. I'm not making a prediction, but Nuggets are undefeated at home this postseason.
So are the Lakers.
We're not playing at home Game 2, or we're not playing in LA Game 2.
I think the Lakers are undefeated. Did the Warriors get one in LA?
I don't know.
I don't think they did.
True or false?
I think the Lakers are undefeated, and yeah, they are. They are because they won games 2,
regardless,
3, 4.
Game 2 is in Denver and not LA.
Yeah, you're right.
So your stat is irrelevant.
Regardless, if
everybody wins at home, the Nuggets move on.
Yes.
But
someone's got to pull off an away game.
Lakers are winning Game 2.
Well, no.
No, the Lakers. If the Lakers want to come away with it,
yeah,
the Lakers have to pull off a road game.
Yes.
But anywho, we can talk about the other game that's currently on. I think Celtics are up 9 at half.
Yes, I think so. 57-66. I don't know.
Yep.
Halftime show is going on right now on my phone over there. So
Heat in 6. Calling it.
I don't know, man.
Sticking with it. Joe's the weirdest Heat fan ever.
No, I'm not the weirdest Heat fan ever. Think about how I was picking the Broncos last season.
Chargers and Raiders. You're just the weirdest fan. You're just a hater of everything.
Yeah.
Everything sucks.
It's on TikTok. You are a hater.
When it comes to sports, absolutely.
Joe is a hater of hating.
But as far as this series goes, I'm gonna stick with my Celtics in 6.
It's fun to pick against your team because either you're right or you're happy because you won.
I mean, man's got a point.
Either you're right or you're happy because you won.
See, that's why I pick for the Heat because then I'm happy and I'm right. I will put it in stone right now. If the NBA Finals is a bubble rematch, Heat Lakers, Heat win.
So Joe, are you sticking with your original Celtics in 7?
Yeah.
If Heat end up winning this game,
also
Heat 5. If Heat win Game 1, Heat in 5.
Also, let's not get it twisted. I also said in the group chat, I am sticking with backing my bet that I made in like February.
I hope you lose your bet at the expense of your team winning a title.
I'm sticking with my bet. You could say I'm rooting against my team. Sure, I'm rooting for me to win money.
Although, if the Heat do pull off this win in Game 1, I might have to change my pick.
All right, so
we'll see.
Here's that we'll have to wait for. And I know last week got weird because we were waiting for the end of Heat Knicks Game 5.
You want to wait for the end of this game?
No, absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not. But I did want to throw out a blind side for you guys. Would you rather see your team lose in the championship game or not make the playoffs at all?
Losing the championship game.
How bad are we not making the playoffs at all?
Middle of the pack.
Lose the championship.
I'm not talking like you missed it by one game. You packed it up like 4 weeks before the end of the season or 5 weeks before the end of the season.
Tell me what pick I'm getting in the draft.
15.
A teen pick.
No,
From
not a chance. Not a chance.
Let's just say 16.
Losing the championship.
Dead middle, I guess.
Losing the championship.
So, well, we all know that Philadelphia has kind of been cursed with their championship stuff. They've lost all the championship games, and the Sixers didn't make it, and Doc Rivers got fired. And of course, there's the jokes, of Arlington won their championship game, XFL, right?
Elite.
The Stars, Dallas Stars, are in the NHL playoffs. The Mavericks obviously didn't make the playoffs.
In controversial fashion as well, but
there's a league, or I guess a mindset of mine, that if the Stars somehow get to the Stanley Cup Finals, I might have to go down the Philly route of, at least we made it that far, right? Like, we made it that far. We were first losers. To me, I think it's losers mentality. I would rather not make the playoffs at all than lose the Super Bowl or championship game. Like, to have the mentality of, at least we made it. So what? You didn't win. You had the same result as every other team in the NFL, not champions.
See, if we're not winning the championship, I want hope for the future, right? That is the thing. So
if you're getting like the top 5 pick, then you'd rather be that?
Yes. Hope for the future, right? The Eagles, they didn't win, but there is hope for the future.
Yeah, but the 49ers didn't win, and there's hope for the future.
Yes, correct. So I think if it's when that inverse happens, like the Vikings, I don't think there's hope for the future. I would rather have a top 5 pick. The Giants, I don't think there's hope for the future. Give me the top 5 pick. So it's more based on the hope, because the hope of getting that top 5 pick and what that player can bring. Football, sports, all of it. It's all about hope. It's all about hope.
At the end of the day, it's all rigged. So Heat and 6.
My nose is going crazy. Holy hell.
Heat Lakers bubble rematch. Heat are your champions. But also, I did post a lot of jokes about Philly.
Yeah.
About you can't lose in the championship game if you don't make the conference final.
Yeah.
It's fair. But the reason why I brought it up is because I have seen, like, not even towards Dallas, people are just like some Eagles creators or Eagles fans in the comments saying, at least we made it. Like, who the fuck cares, bro? You lost. Like, and then like you lost. You have the same amount of Super Bowl losses as the Dallas Cowboys with 4 less appearances.
Okay, but I also remember you giving us hell about not making the playoffs.
Of course.
When you lost.
You're the boys.
But you lost.
But you're the boys.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know you personally. I didn't give couch potato shit for not making the playoffs. Like, I know you guys personally. It's not the same.
But like Eagles to Cowboys is a totally different situation, because like at least we made it doesn't mean anything to a Cowboys fan. Like, you made the playoffs too. Like,
yeah, no.
So what?
I don't care. Like, it's I do not care. I do not care about the other 31. The other 31 teams could win a Super Bowl every year for the next 31 years. I would not care. Every other team but the Cowboys, I would not care.
But in your scenario, I'm imagining pick 16, we're a 7-10 team.
Yeah, probably.
Where are you going? Well, you got to go one way or the other, and usually it's towards the rebuild side when you're in that scenario.
Yeah.
Or you're on your way up, which maybe, But in your scenario, I immediately took it as all or nothing.
Yeah, you got to win. But there's also, when you reach that ceiling of you went, you have a higher chance of crashing back down to earth. Like, there's a higher chance that the Eagles miss the playoffs next year than that they go back to the Super Bowl. And I know the NFC is.
I'd still rather make the championship.
I don't.
I think there's a higher chance that they miss the playoffs than go back to the Super Bowl.
I think both are low.
Yeah, it could be like 25, 24%.
The NFC is so freaking bad that I don't really see them not making the playoffs.
I think it's way easier for them to miss the playoffs than make the Super Bowl. I agree with your statement, Jimmy. As far as it's definitely easier for them to miss the playoffs than make the Super Bowl again.
Based off of this schedule release, they have the hardest schedule.
But I also agree with Joe. I think it's very, very low possibility in my mind that the Eagles miss the playoffs.
I would have to look at it. But like, realistically, in the NFC playoffs, the only teams I think they need to beat are San Francisco
and Dallas. Yeah.
Other than that, no team in the NFC. Like, I think the Broncos could finish fourth in the NFC. The Broncos, who won 5 games last year.
With Ben DiNucci at quarterback, sure.
And I'm the person who picked against the Broncos all the time. I think the Broncos could finish fourth. The NFC is horrendous.
Yeah. Which is why the next Super Bowl champion is coming out of the NFC. Bank on it.
You're saying that because you're a Cowboys fan and you're one of those top 3 teams.
It doesn't have to be Dallas.
It's not. It's going to be an AFC team. Same thing I told you at the beginning of last year.
It's going to be the Chiefs. Well, I picked correctly the last 2 Super Bowl champions. So I'm playoff Jimmy, baby. Playoff Jimmy. Yeah. The moment the Rams signed Stafford, boom, Super Bowl.
Yep.
The moment. No hesitation.
The NFC's bad. NFC's bad. It's so bad.
Joe, actually, I think the best case scenario for you, honestly, for the NBA playoffs would be the Heat Lakers, and the Heat beat LeBron, which further tarnishes his legacy because then he'll have 7 losses. Like, that's your happiest feeling right there. LeBron losing to the Heat, right?
Okay, but hear me out here. I don't like watching LeBron play basketball. If the Heat are in the finals and they're playing LeBron, I'm not watching. I don't like watching LeBron play basketball.
Joe just doesn't like anything.
No, it's not that. I don't like the whininess. I just don't. It's not entertaining. Like, he's great. He's absolutely phenomenal. But he's gotten whiny. Technically, he's always been whiny. But he's gotten, like, progressively more.
Like old man whiny. Like old man whiny.
And it's just...
Get off my lawn.
It drives me absolutely insane.
Well, he's an old man. He's an old man.
I can't stand him sometimes.
I think Joe needs a shirt that says "I hate everything."
I kind of want that shirt. Not gonna lie.
I hate everything but beer.
And like 2 people.
Yeah. I dislike everything but like 2 people and then a free beer.
And telling Jimmy Trayvon Diggs is overrated. But anyways.
Wow. Who had that? The first person to bring up Diggs in the offseason, not be me. Who had that? Whoever had that, you're a rich man. For it to not be me, you're a rich man.
To be great.
If you had anyone other than me to bring up Trayvon Diggs first in the offseason, you won all the money. I think this is a perfect spot to call it a night. I think we covered everything that we need to. We can end it with hi Bradley.
Hey Bradley.
Hasta.